Hello all, Seriously is here, back for some more No Man's Sky Shipyards, and you might have noticed I look a little bit different than the last Shipyards video. We're on a totally new save. I went and progressed one of my old cartographer's expedition saves up into a ready save. This suffered the, I think it was waypoint update problem. I had a lot of spare tech to get rid of. It had been stripped out of my suit because we used to be able to get duplicates of everything, and now you can't. But we get super slots, so I've spent a lot of effort catching this save up and getting it ready. I even got a new multi-tool. It's okay. We're doing okay. And I set things to free so we can build Corvettes on this save, and that's why I'm on the Anomaly. I went and got all of the recipes we didn't have. In fact, I even went and did all of the missions so that we could get to purple stars. That was the right tab. And we could get all of these unlocked. The save fortunately already had all of the derelict freighter parts unlocked, so we have, as far as I can tell, everything unlocked that we can buy or get with expedition rewards, etc. So we're going to be using some of these parts today, and I'm not exactly sure where all of them come from, so we're going to check first. If you have them, they'll still be here, so we're going to look in expedition rewards. We want to go through to appearances, base building parts, and we're going to scroll through here. So I have them all on this save, it looks like, because unlocked ones would be up here. So the posters, that is, yeah, that's an interesting one. I haven't used that in any bases. It gives off a little bit of light, so that's a neat part. Not planning on using any of these so far. I'm just looking for ones that we might be using. Oh, okay. I think if we scroll down one more, yeah, we're definitely going to be using the flaming barrel today. So this comes from an expedition, and it looks like it's from the same one as all these. If you want to know which expedition it comes from, instead of base building parts, we'll scroll back through to the other side. All items, expedition 1, 2, 3. There. Data display unit, flaming barrel, expedition 8. Polestar. Oh, expedition 8 was a very, very good one. You get a unique freighter in the Polestar expedition. Yeah, flaming barrel. If they let us do that one again, definitely do the Polestar one. That's the only one I think that we're going to be using from an expedition. All the rest would come from either Quicksilver or salvage data unlocks. So let's get to work. I found a space station. The background space is very pink and a little bit purple over there, but we'll deal with that. I like the space station because it has a tall triangle roof and pretty white light all the way through, a little bit soft pink light. That should be no color effect on our freighter, our Corvette, as we build them. So this will be this save's first Corvette. I've already gone ahead and let's just double check. Gone to difficulty, scroll down one. Fuel usage you don't need to. That will only affect things like, the reason why I've set it to free is if you want to do portal travel and you have to charge a portal, that'll make it free. It's just one click. Click, 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 click. Portal charge. So I'm putting it all to free right here for this save. We're just building stuff and maybe traveling around if we need to get places to be on videos for people. So that's why it's free. Let's get to building. It also gives us all the parts, setting it to free. I've also checked, and this save has done. We just saw the breach expedition, so we should have those parts unlocked as well. So we don't have to wait for the redux on this save. Alright. create new Corvette. It's our first one. I've also gone ahead and put all of the other ships this had in storage, so we only have that one exotic, fancy exotic that you started with in Cartographers. Yeah, we've got all the parts, and let's just scroll over here. Aeron blade. Yeah, we've got all of the Aeron stuff. Power shield. Perfect. Cool. We're probably not going to use very much of that today. Let's see. I would like, I think, these ones. In fact, we might try a glitch to get rid of the landing gear completely. We might want the smallest possible ship we can get. And that is going to be possible, but I don't know if we're going to be able to build on it after. So you know what? Let's just not do I'll show you guys how to do the glitch, but we don't need to use it. We're just going to build a standard ship. It's going to be very small, though. We want... Doesn't really matter which kind of walkway, but if we're going to do a small one, maybe it should all be Ambassador then. I think the Titan is the smallest walkway. Let's do all Titan. That's very large. You know what? Maybe we need one of these? That works surprisingly well, actually, for what I want. I would just need to move this a half forward. If I want that at all, we do need a landing gear. So what we're going to do, no, not that. Put this one in. Oh, yeah, right here, actually. That's where we wanted it. So we can snap one of these. Clear all of those. We're going to put on a rock hopper propeller to move it a half step back. Copy it, move it in, move it right into the middle, phase it in. Landing gear, mag fields, thrusters. We should be able to snap it to the bottom of that one. Maybe not. Maybe it's not going to let us snap off grid, which would be unfortunate. So we are going to then probably showcase this glitch. So in that case, I'm going to build these forward. All right, we're going to get rid of that hab. We also need reactors and thrusters and that such as well. So we are... Oh, that was unfortunate. I'm going to put that stuff back. I do want it sort of centered. If we're going to have to put it up there, we'll do that. Okay, we can do that, and if we get rid of that, we go to the oversized canister. We'll snap it there. Is it on that side? It is on that side. Okay. So what I'm doing is I'm picking this up and copying it multiple times, snapped to slightly off positions of this, and snapping it to slightly off copies of that, and then we're merging those copies in. And you have to put it on the back one too, or it won't let you snap it into that front one. Okay, that's enough. We'll get rid of all of those. We'll just use these as our scaffold. 3. We already have 1, but one of those is going to be lined up originally, so there's 4. If we want to snap everything merged on top of each other, we need a lot of these things. We only need 3, actually, now that I'm thinking about it. So let's just snap everything over. I think we have 4 or 5. None of these are rotated backwards either. They're all facing forwards, so that will do. We're going to want a reactor. I'm going to choose this one. Gives us some maneuverability. We need a weapon. I'm going to choose, I don't know, cyclotron? Deadeye cannon, maybe. We're going to snap that to one of the other ones there. We need a thruster. We're going to snap that actually to the back of the reactor. It is going to stick out a little teeny bit, which is what we want. So that's good. Let's see. Wide or double? Stubby might also be good. Yeah, I'm going to use that for now. No, I'm actually not. I don't like how it looks from the front, and we're going to have to cover it up. So we are going to be covering it up, but this is going to be a bit smoother. This one or this one, maybe. That'll do. That will do. Did we get a weapon in there? Yeah, the Deadeye cannon. We have landing gear. It's telling me to do landing gear. No, we've got everything we need. So I can delete all of our scaffolding. There we go. We have all of those ships copied in here. We can't get into our ship yet, so we have to get rid of them if we want. So what we're going to do is move them over here. You know what? We don't need them. Let's get rid of them. We have everything we need on the top of the ship. We're just going to be careful not to delete that or the landing gear. No habitation module installed, so we do need a hab module. Okay, it looks like we're double using the glitch. So we're going to install a hab module. Doesn't matter where. Let's put it on top. Okay, we're going to back out, finalize current design, add to collection. So for this to work, we need to go to the next landing pad over and modify it from there. Now that's still not going to let you do it unless what you do is go to your buy parts menu first. So come to this, purchase modules, purchase basic modules. It doesn't really matter. I don't think you have to actually buy anything. I think you just need to go to the menu, but we're going to go ahead and buy one. Then we're going to back out and back out. Oh, no, mine disappeared. So, let's try that again. We'll be facing it. We'll try trade. Oh, it kicks you out of the menu. Maybe they have fixed it. Yeah, it looks like they fixed the glitch. The video I watched was like from last week, so I thought this still worked. Oh, it's because I clicked leave. Ah, there's my ship. That's why. I was clicking leave. Okay. So that's how you do have to purchase modules. Just go into the menu, back out, and don't click leave. Now we can click delete and delete and leave workshop. There we go. Now we have a Corvette without a habitation module or landing gear. And that's basically what we're going to be working with when we come back next time. But we're going to call it there. We're just going to take this out for a test flight. Super tiny, teeny tiny Corvette. We're going to try doing some decorating. We're going to give that a very quick try right now just to make sure it works before we invest more time in this, but that's how the glitch works. I'm glad it still does. So all we need to do is hop out here and go into this build menu. It's still letting us build. The flaming barrel should be here somewhere. There it is. Let's go in. You know what? Let's back out. Let's go into first person. I don't know, something like that. Excuse me, sorry. Free placement might need to be put on. Free placement enabled. Yeah, if we need to. So we can make this bigger. We can. That sticks out that much. Alright, alright. It's good to know. The other thing I want to test out is... Can we do any building here now, or will we not be able to back out, and we'll have to do the build glitch again afterwards? It does let me leave workshop, but I didn't make any edits. Alright. Well, that's good information. This is basically the premise of what we're going to be going with, and we're going to be covering up all of these parts, so it does not look like a Corvette at all. Flaming barrel is the only hint we're getting. What I'm hoping this will look like eventually. Take it with the test flight before while we go with the flaming barrel on there. We're going to slow down a teeny tiny bit to almost stop. We get a bunch of puffs following us. What if we come to a stop? Alright, just sort of goes forward. So this probably won't work too well for what I want to do. If we go forward, we're going to get this effect, which will be a neat trail. Ooh, I have an idea. Have I unlocked all of these? Should be. Although they've changed how stuff works. And sputtering. Yeah. Some of these unlocks you can't unlock now. There we go. Yeah, that's a good effect too. That's definitely what I want. Perfect. All right. Well, that's going to be it for today, everybody. Until next time. Have a good time.